Hi children, how are you? I am fine. Be indoor, be safe, don't get away unnecessarily if it is required. Okay? In this video, we are going to do some examples and problems in exercise 9.2 of class 9 CBSE Maths. Okay? Before going to do the problems of exercise 9.2 and examples, you have to learn all this. See, these topics were already discussed in the previous video. You may watch that video also. So whatever we discussed in that video, we are going to do problems based on those concepts. Just I will revise this within 2 minutes, then we will go into the problems. Now we are going to briefly discuss what is meant by arithmetic progression. Arithmetic mean general term of an arithmetic progression, and how to find first n terms of an arithmetic progression. These are very easy. I will make you these problems, this chapter, sequences and series very easy. Okay, follow me. See, arithmetic progression is a sequence. In a sequence, if the terms are obtained by adding or subtracting a fixed term, that is called an arithmetic progression. If A is the first term of an arithmetic progression and D is the common difference, then you can write the terms of a progression as A plus D, A plus 2D, and so on. And the arithmetic mean, if any two numbers, if you want to find arithmetic mean of any two numbers, then the arithmetic mean of those two numbers are obtained by adding and dividing with 2. If A and B are two numbers, then arithmetic mean of those two numbers is obtained by A plus B by 2, and this is discussed in detail in the previous video. Watch that video also. Now coming to general term of an arithmetic progression. If you want any particular term, suppose if I want 20th term, 100th term, then we should have a formula that is called the general term. See, generally general term is represented with Tn. Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D, where A is the first term, D is the common difference, and n is the term number which you are going to find. And coming to the fourth point, it's very important, how to find first n terms. This is very important, my dear students. Most of the students are learning that as sum of the terms. Sum of how many terms? Starting from where? It is very important. Sum of first, starting with first term, you are going to find desired number, sum of number of terms. So that is represented as Sn, sum of n terms, with the formula n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, where n, a, d you know very well. And if you know the last term of the arithmetic progression, suppose if 5 terms are there, now you are going to find sum of those 5 terms. If you know the first and last term, then the formula is n by 2 into a plus l, where a is the first term and l is the last term of the arithmetic progression. Now all these are clear. Shall we start to solve the problems? Yes. This is the first example, that means example 5, which is related to the concepts which we already discussed. See, in an AP, mth term is n and nth term is m, where m and n are not equal to each other. That's very important. Then they are asking the pth term of the progression. It's very simple. See, solution. See, the mth term Tm, that is equals to a plus m minus 1 into d. Actually, in the general term Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d, but here in the place of n, m is coming. Therefore, wherever n is there, we will substitute m in that place, but its value is given as n. See, and nth term is similarly Tn is equals to m. So a plus n minus 1 into t, its value is m. If you assume this equation as 1 and this is 2, very simple. If you want to find any other particular term, you have to find the values of a and d, where a is the first term and d is the common difference. If you observe, you may cancel this a by subtracting equation number 2 from equation number 1. Therefore, what I am going to do is equation number 1 minus equation number 2. Then all the signs will change. Very simple. Plus a minus a will get cancelled. Then if you take d as your common factor, then it will be m minus 1. Here minus is there, minus n, and minus into minus will become plus 1. That is equals to n minus m. If you cancel minus 1 and plus 1, d is d into m minus n, that is equals to, I will take minus common. Why? Because here m minus n is there, here n minus m is there. So if you take minus 1 common, then you may cancel that. That's why I am taking minus. Therefore m minus n. That implies to d is equals to minus of m minus n by m minus n. If you cancel these two, you will get minus 1. That means you got the value of common difference d, is it? Now what is our aim? Next we have to find the value of a by substituting the value of d either in equation 1 or in equation 2, whatever you like. That means at that moments, choose the equation which is very simple. Don't choose the equation which is complicated. In this case, both are same. I am choosing equation number 1. Put d is equals to minus 1 in equation 1. Then it will become a plus, okay, m minus 1 into minus 1 d value. That is equals to n. Right, my dear students? Then my aim here is to find a value. So a of minus, if you substitute plus, and m into minus 1 minus m, okay, minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1, that is equals to m, that is equals to n. Therefore I am taking all these values to that side to make a as my subject. All of you know. So here is n, minus m will become plus m, plus 1 will become minus 1, then it's over. A value is there, d value is there. Then our aim is to find the pth term. That means Tp is equals to a plus p minus 1 into d. If you want nth term, you are putting n here, but you want fifth term, pth term, sorry. Therefore I am putting p in place of n, and if you substitute a and d values, that's over. A value is n plus m minus 1 plus p minus 1 into d. D is minus 1, okay. Then n plus m minus 1, I am multiplying p minus 1 with minus 1. Therefore that will become minus p plus 1. That implies to n plus m minus 1 minus p plus 1. If you cancel plus 1 and minus 1, your pth term which is required is equals to n plus m minus p. Is it simple or not? See, whatever the term you want to find, first you have to assess which are the values available, which are not. Whatever the values are not available, you have to find those values. In our case, to find pth value, pth term, you have to find a and d values. By using the given data, we calculated d and a values then substituted in this, you got the pth term of the arithmetic progression. Shall we go to the next one? Next example is actually example 5. Whatever we discussed previously, that was example 4. Inadvertently, mistakenly I have written it as 5. Actually that was 4, and now the example 5. Example 5, they are asking if the sum of n terms of an AP is, sum of n terms they have given, and where P and Q are constants, asking the common difference. Very simple. Whatever they have given, you have to write first solution. Okay, sum of n terms. Sum of n terms is equals to Sn is equals to n into P plus 1 by 2 n into n minus 1 into Q. This is the Sn. Now if you want to find common difference, you have to have the first and second terms. If you know the first and second terms, D can be calculated as T2 minus T1. They are clearly saying that this is an arithmetic progression, not required to verify whether it is arithmetic progression or not. If you find first and second terms, then problem is over. If you substitute n is equals to 1, you are going to find sum of first one term. Sum of first one term is nothing but first term itself. Okay, you are adding only one term, means that is first term. And if you find sum of first two terms, means by substituting n is equals to 2, you will get sum of first two terms. And you know the first term, if you subtract the first term from the resultant sum, then you will get the second term. After getting first term and second term, you will do the value of D. Now I am finding S1. Okay, S1 means I am substituting n is equals to 1. So 1 into P plus 1 by 2 into 1 minus 1 into Q. This part 1 minus 1 is 0, then the product will become 0. Only you will have P, that is equals to P, which is nothing but first term. First term, that is equals to T1 is equals to P. Now I am going to find S2, means sum of the first two terms. Keep in your mind, I will substitute n is equals to 2 into P plus 1 by 2 into 2 minus 1 into Q. Here you may cancel this 2 and 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 into Q. Q is Q. See, 2 into P, 2P. 2P plus Q is the sum of the first two terms. If you want to get T2, which is required for calculating common difference, T2 can be obtained by subtracting the sum of the first term from the sum of two terms. See, it is very clear, 1 plus 2. If you subtract first term, if you subtract second term, see, this is the S2. What is the meaning of sum of two terms? In this sum of two terms, if you subtract the first term, then you will get the second term, which are required here. See, S2. S2 means sum of first two terms, that is 2P plus Q. Okay, my dear students, are you following me? Minus S1. S1 is P minus P, that is equals to 2P minus P will become P plus Q. This is T2. Therefore, common difference can be easily calculated by using T2 minus T1. T2 is nothing but P plus Q minus T1. Where is T1? See, here T1 is P. Right? Simple. Minus P plus P cancel. Therefore, D value is Q. Is it? Is it or not? Very simple. First, assess the problem. Don't start when you have the problem. First, read the problem at least twice. After reading it, assess it. What are available? What are to be calculated? Those are very important, my dear children. Now, you will go to the next problem. Now, I am taking example number 6. example number 6 and the problem number 9 in the exercise 9.2. See, I have written this as class 9. Actually, it is class 11. So, it should be 11th class, CBSE 11th class. Mistakenly, I have written like that. Now, coming to the problem number 6, they have given the ratio of sum of two arithmetic progressions. See, this is ratio 3n plus 8 is to 7n plus 15. By giving this ratio, they are asking the ratio of their 12th term of the respective progressions. It's very easy. See, the problem number 9 in the exercise is also of the same type. That's why I have written two problems at a time. Now I am solving this problem, then solve the example problem as your practice one. I am taking this ratio and going to find the ratio of their 18th term, right? Let A1, A2 and D1, D2 are first terms, comma, common differences of two APs. There are two APs, so we have to differentiate their first terms and common differences. Therefore, let Sn be the sum of n terms in the first progression, then differentiate it with Sn dash of a second arithmetic progression sum, that is equals to what they have given, 5n plus 4 by 9n plus 6. See, you know, if A and D are known, you can find the sum of terms of any arithmetic progression by using the formula n by 2 into, see, 2a means first one is 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1. This is the sum of the n terms of the first arithmetic progression, and second one is also n by 2 into 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2. This is the formula for finding the sum of n terms of second arithmetic progression. Equaling it as 5n plus 4 by 9n plus 6. This n by 2 is same in both the progressions. Why? Because it indicates the number of n terms. That means sum of n terms is same, but a1, d1, a2, d2 are different in two different arithmetic progressions. Are you following, my dear children? So I am going to cancel these two. Then what is remaining? See, you will have 2a1 plus n minus 1 into d1 by 2a2 plus n minus 1 into d2. Coming to a small discussion. Okay, what they are asking, the ratio of 18th term of the two arithmetic progression. How can you write 18th term? A plus 17d means there should be a and d only. See, here I am having a, but along with a there is a coefficient 2. So to remove this 2, I will take 2 common to transform this like this. Okay, my dear students, it is very simple. So taking 2 common, then it will become a1 plus n minus 1 by 2. Here there is no 2 to take common, that's why I am dividing with 2 into d1. Okay, by similarly 2 into a2 plus n minus 1 by 2 into d2, that is equals to 5n plus 4 by 9n plus 6. You may cancel now 2 also. So here this is now in the form of a plus 17d, but if you want a plus 17d of the first one as well as second one, this value should equals to 17. So I am writing for a ratio of 17th term n minus 1 by 2 should be equals to 17. You will get the ratio and you will get n value, you will substitute in this, then you will get the ratio. That implies to n minus 1 is equals to 34. Therefore n is equals to 34 plus 1, that is equals to 35. For n is equals to 35, you will get the ratio of 18th term of 2 APs. Therefore ratio of 18th terms is equals to, that is equals to, here we have to substitute n value, 5 into 35 plus 4 by 9 into 35 plus 6. See, if you calculate it, 35 into 5, 5 3s are 15 means 150, 5 5s are 25, 175. 175 plus 4, 179. This is 179. This is 9 into 35. 9 3s are 27, 270, 9 5s are 40. 9 5s are 45. 9 3s are 270 plus 45, 300 and what is that? 315. 315 plus 6. Therefore that will become actually 321. This is the ratio of 18th terms of 2 APs. In the same manner, you can solve this problem also. So I am leaving it for your practice. Now I will go to the next problem. Now I am coming to the exercise. Already we solved one problem, which is 9th one. Now I am writing first and 2 at a time. Why? Because these two are of the same type. I will explain the second one and solve the first one yourself basing on this explanation, right? See, I will explain briefly. Find the sum of odd integers from 1 to 2001. From means you have to start from 1. Odd integers. So odd integers are 1, 3, 5 means you have to write 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. 2001 is also odd integer. Is it or not, my dear students? Then you have to find the sum of all this. If you want to find the sum of all these odd integers, you have to know how many of those integers are there. Means you have to find the value of n first. By using first and last terms, you have the formula Sn is equals to, you may use differently. I will solve the second one. Basing on that, solve the first one. Okay, coming to the second one, find the sum of all natural numbers lying between 100 and 1000, right? Which are multiples of 5. This is very important, and this term is also very important. Here it is between, it is from. From means you have to start from this number itself and you have to take both of these into account. But here between means in between. Okay, you should not take the extreme numbers, means 100 and 1000 will not count into account. Multiples of 5. See, 100 is a multiple of 5, but 100 is not taken into account. So 105. So 105, 110, 115 and so on. 1000 also is not taken into account. Why? Because you are finding the sum of all multiples of 5 which are between 100 and 1000, right? So 1000 will also not come into account. So 995 is the multiple of 5 which is just before 1000. In this case, you know which will form an AP. Why? Because if you find common difference, you will get same, which is an AP, because D is equals to. If you find D by using T2 minus T1 and also T3 minus T2, you have to get the same value. See, 110 minus 105, 5, 115 minus 110, again 5, therefore 5 is the common difference, and the first term is a is equals to 105. Okay, now our aim is to find the number of terms. You don't know how many terms are there. If you know the term number, then it's very easy. If there are 10 terms, then you will find sum of first 10 terms. If you know that there are 100 terms, you will find sum of first 100 terms. So you have to find how many terms are there in this arithmetic progression, then problem is over. You know the last term. Last term can be calculated as L is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. You know L, a, d. The variable which you don't know here is n. Easily you can calculate it, right or not? So last term is 995, that is equals to a is 105 plus n minus 1 into d value is 5. Therefore 995, see this is 105 plus 5 into n, 5n minus 5. See 105 minus 5 is 100, 100 plus 5n, here you will get 995. So 5n is equals to 995 minus 100, that is equals to 895. Therefore n value is equals to 895 by 5. So if you cancel 5 ones are 5, 3, 39, 5 sevens are 35, okay, 4, 5 nines are. Therefore there are 179 terms. Then problem is over. Okay. Now sum of first 179 terms is equals to S179 is equals to, you may use either of the formulas, that n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, and also n by 2 into a plus l. N by 2 into a plus l will become very easy, right? So n by 2 into a plus l, where a is the first, l is the last terms, and n is the number of terms for which you are going to find the sum. That implies to S179 is equals to 179 by 2 into a is 105 plus l is 995. That implies to 179 by 2 into, if you add all this, see if you add plus 5 to this will become 1000. 1000 plus 100, 1100. Okay, 1100. So if you cancel 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are 10, 0. That is equals to 179 into 550 is the sum of all the multiples of 5 between 100 and 1000. If you multiply, see I am multiplying with 5 9s are 45, 4 will be there, 5 7s are 35, 35 plus 4 39, 3 is there, 5 1s are 8, again with the 5, so not required to multiply again, simply write 5, this is 4, this is 18, 9. Therefore 9845, you left 1 0. So this is the required sum. My dear students, see it's very simple, all these problems. If you understand the concept well, try to understand concept and be strong in the fundamentals. If you are strong in the fundamentals, you can solve any type of problems. Okay. Now we will go to the next problem of this exercise 9.1. Next problem, I am taking third one. In an AP, the first term is 2 and the sum of 5 terms, and the sum of the first 5 terms is 1/4 of the next 5 terms. Then show that 20th term is 1 minus 1 1 2. 20th term, what is 20th term is very important. See, a plus 19d, a plus 19d is the 20th term. By using the formula, general term of an arithmetic progression is a plus n minus 1 into d. So if you substitute n is equals to 20, you will get n minus 1 as 19. So a plus 19 into d value should be minus 112. It's very easy. Let the 10 terms of an AP, 10 terms of an AP is equals to simple, okay, a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, a plus 4d, a plus 5d, okay, a plus 6d, a plus 7d, a plus 8d, a plus 9d. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Right? The first term, given that first term a is equals to 2, they have given you, right? And they have given another condition is that sum of the first 5 terms is equals to 1/4 of the sum of the next 5 terms. Very important condition. From this condition you will get some relation, you will get value of d. So sum of first 5 terms, a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, a plus 4d. This is the sum of the first 5 terms. This sum is equal to 1/4 means 1/4 into sum of the next 5 terms. See, when you are ending with a plus 4d, you will start with a plus 5d, a plus 5d plus a plus 6d plus a plus 7d plus a plus 8d plus a plus 9d. Right, my dear students? That implies to how many a's are there? 1 2 3 4 5. 5a plus d plus 2d, 3d, 3d plus 3d, 6d, 6d plus 4d will become 10d is equals to 1/4 into, here also a is same, so 5a's will be there, 5a plus 5d plus 6d, 11d, this is 18d, this is 26d, this is 26 plus 9, 35d plus 35d. You can take 5 as your common factor, so a plus 2d into, that is equals to 1/4 into, again here you can take 5 as your common factor, is it? So a plus 7d. You can cancel these 5 and 5 on both sides, and if you substitute the first term given, so here 2 plus 2d, on cross multiplication it will become 4 into, that is equals to, here also I will put a is equals to 2, therefore 2 plus 7d. That implies to 4 2s are 8 plus again 4 2s are 8d, that is equals to 2 plus 7d. If you want to d value, take this 7d here, 8d minus 7d is equals to 2 minus 8, which is minus 6. Here also d is equals to minus 6. You got d value also, a value also is there. Now what they are asking, show that the 20th term. Now I will find 20th term, t20, which is equals to, actually a plus 1 a plus n minus 1 into d, n minus 1 into d is the formula. But if you put n is equals to 20, 20 minus 1 is 19. See, whenever you want to find a particular term, the coefficient of d will become 1 less than the term number. So I am writing directly, not writing every time the formula. So it will become a plus 19d. You know a and d. What is a? That is equals to 2 plus 19 into d. D is minus 6. Right? So 2 minus plus into minus, 19 6 are, okay, actually 19 5s are, what is 19 5s are? 95. Okay, if you don't know 19 into 6, it's very simple. 60 plus 9 6 are 54. So it will become 60 plus 54, 4114. You may not have in your mind, but if you know the tables up to at least 20, it will become very easy. So it is 114. 19 6 are 114. 2 minus 114 will become minus 112, which is they're asking this one. Is it or not? You have shown. It's very simple. If you want to find any particular term, A and D values are required. By taking the other data, whatever they have given, you will calculate A and D values and substitute those values in the required formula. You will get the required result. Is it? Yes, you will go to the next one. I am taking the problem number 4 and 6. Why? Because these are of the same type. That's why I am taking, and we will solve the 5th problem later after these two. Okay. In the 4th problem, how many terms of the AP are needed to give the sum minus 25? Here also, if the sum of a certain number of the terms is 116, sum is given. Okay, here also sum is given. The data given in both of the problems is same, but the required data, that means whatever they are asking to find, is different. But both are very easy if you know some data, whatever data they have given. How many terms means you have to find in value here. Okay, find the last term means L. You have to calculate. L is the question mark, right, my dear students? In this both of problems, you know the first term and common difference. Then 50% means at least 50% data is enough if you know first term and common difference. Now I will solve the fourth one, then solve the 6th one. How many terms of the AP needed to give the sum minus 25? See, I will assume let n terms are needed. If you don't know something, you will assume as x, y, z like that. Here also, if I don't know how many sum of terms, then I will assume let the sum of terms is n, means if you are adding n terms, I am getting the result. Therefore let Sn is equals to minus 25, means on adding n number of terms you are getting the sum as minus 25. The formula for this is, okay, you know, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, that is equals to minus 25. In this a is here a is equals to minus 6, and common difference can be calculated as t2 minus t1, means minus 11 by 2 plus 6. Okay, minus 11 plus 12 by 2, which is equals to 1 by 2. So d is available, a is available. Substitute all those values here except n, then you will get the answer. N by 2 into a, which is minus 6. Here a is equals to minus 6 you have. So I am substituting minus 6 plus n minus 1 into d. D is here 1 by 2. So 1 by 2. That is equals to minus 25. Okay, n by 2 into, see, 2 into minus 6 is minus 12. Right, my dear students? This will become n minus 1 by 2. Right or not? See, this is a square bracket, that is equals to minus 25. Now I am taking LCM, that implies 2. So n by 2 into this will become 24 plus n minus 1 by 2, that is equals to minus 25. Okay, then what happens here? See, this n into 2 2's will become 4, right, into, see, this will become minus 24 minus 1, that will become minus 25. Therefore n minus 25 n minus 25, that is equals to minus 25, right? And cross multiplication, so n into n minus 25 is equals to minus 25 into 4, which is a quadratic equation now, n square minus 25n minus 25 into 4 will become 100 minus, but if you take to other side of the equation it will become plus, therefore plus 100 is equals to 0, which is a quadratic equation. Means if you solve, if you split the middle term, you will get two values for n. You will see how the values will be. See 100, this middle term can be split as, see this can be written as 25 is 100, therefore n square minus 20n minus 5n plus 100 is equals to 0. I am not discussing the theory of quadratic equations now. All of you know how to split the middle term of any quadratic equation. I will discuss it in coming chapters. Okay, from the first two you will have n common, therefore n minus 20 minus 5, if you take minus 5 common in the next two terms, it will also become n minus 20, that is equals to 0. Therefore n minus 20, if you take common, n minus 5 is equals to 0. If product of any two numbers is, two terms is 0, either of them may be 0, therefore n is equals to 20 or n is equals to 5. See, you are getting two values for n, 20 and 5, both are acceptable. After finding the number of terms, you may find the last term. Last term can be calculated as L is equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. So in this case you have to calculate n, you know a, you know d. If you substitute all values, you will get the last term. Is it or not? Yes. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe it, don't forget to share it, encourage me to do more videos. Thank you very much for being here.